Megatron here. Welcome back to the damn channel. Tonight we are discussing. I hope you guys understand why I do that every live stream because, Johnny Carson got the here's Johnny, Arsenio Hall got the Arsenio. So therefore, the Maestro Megatron gets the late show with the damn channel. So there you go. In case you guys are raising your eyebrow or got question marks why I do that at the beginning of each live stream. Damn it. But anyways, welcome back. Giga Chad, man, turn on the disc. I will be joined here shortly by the professor, a special late show with the Maestro Megatron with special guest, the professor. And yes, Giga Chad, man, already said turn on the disco music because Friday the 13th part 3, does have the disco music in it. Actually, Mr. Chad Man was first. T-Money, what's up? Welcome to the live stream. Okay, Mr. Chad is second. Giga Chad Man was first, and T-Money is third. And fourth coming in, looks like it's going to be the professor himself. That wasn't me, that was my neighbor. What's up, professor? How are you tonight?
What's up, everybody? Good to be back.
Childhood love for horror fan Halloween, and now Friday the 13th. Let's just go back and recap. I did the original Friday the 13th from 1980. I did part 2 on Friday the 13th, part 3 from 1982. We're going to revisit, talk about, chat, and review 41 years later. I feel old.
Tell me.
Because last night, that was some good shit. Number, hell yeah. Part 3 is a lot of people's favorite, especially to the fact that it was in 3D back then. Remember that, Professor?
I do remember those lovely 3D effects.
And those lovely 3D glasses that we got to wear in the theater back then.
The red and blue.
Welcome to the yes, the green and the red and blue. Silent, welcome to the live stream. I love Friday the 13th, part 3 too. And part 3 is iconic for a lot of reasons. Number one, we just talked about it's in 3D. Number 2, it's the first Friday the 13th where he gets the iconic hockey mask. It's also the iconic Friday the 13th because he finally gets a hold of a machete in the barn in part 3. So 3 iconic things in part 3 here. This one was directed by Steve Miner, same as part 2. And the original creator of Friday the 13th from 1980. So we are off and running. And of course, they brought back Harry Manfredini to do the music, the famous and all the fiddles and the violins and the blah, 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 while you're running through the forest or something like that. Can you do that, Professor? Can you do what I just did?
I cannot. I'm sorry.
Your head would probably fly off, wouldn't it?
At this point, maybe.
And as a good comment there, Prof, Jason found himself in this sequel. The hockey mask, the machete, fast taste, violins, and a T-Money, I hate to break it to you, but I meant I was third in the chat. Oh, my bad. Okay, 3, okay. But I'm going to check out the Friday franchise soon to remind myself of all the movies. I thought he meant, hey, part 3, all right.
Yeah.
Instead, he's like, oh, number 3, I'm number 3, all right.
Hey, T-Money, it's been a long time since I've seen most of them as well. I need to revisit the entire franchise.
You guys are in absolute luck. Jason X is definitely favorite of ours as well, and
Fun.
the one where he got a rod. Yes, it's not scary. It's not supposed to be. It's just a good, fun Friday the 13th popcorn movie.
And
And go ahead.
The Rod is probably my second favorite. Part 6.
That is my absolute favorite. Is part. Wait to get. Got a couple more sequels to get to. I too would like to be number 3 in the lottery. Yes, I'm sure you would, Chad. Man, I would like to just to win the lottery. I don't care what number, but
yeah, that'd be nice.
That's why I tell Sebastian's little sister, Slamo Samo, to stay in school and make sure she gets her, or she'll be a YouTuber. Oh, hell. Joe Hernandez has joined the live stream and retracted his message. What's significant about it dons the hockey mask. Shelly, hockey mask, gets the spear gun from Shelly, puts on the mask, and then shoots the one bitch in the eye in the lake. And that 3D part is badass.
I wish I could have seen it in 3D.
When I bought my copy of rebought my copy of Friday 13 Part 3, it come with 2 sets of movie glasses about 6 years ago, and I got to see it in 3D again back then. So
I didn't know they'd released it.
Really, that movie with the with 2 sets of 3D glasses in them. It was pretty cool. Yes. Asylum says, I love that hockey, man. Hell yeah, because I Baghead Jason in part 2, I love it. Baghead Jason was good. Sackhead Jason, whatever you want to call him. But whenever you see a hockey mask, what's the first thing you think about? It ain't Mario Lemieux either. It's Jason. So there you go. Joel has joined the live stream. He's smiling up a storm because we're talking about one of his favorite sequels in the franchise. Chadman, the actor who played Jason in the last film, didn't want to pay his travel ticket, so he got replaced. See, I didn't know that. I know that part 3, it's Richard Brooker who takes over the reins of Jason, and he was actually British. So they actually got James Bond to play Jason in this sequel. So it's Voorhees, Jason Voorhees. I'll take my bloody cocktail shaken, not stirred. My second favorite kill for the movie is when he punches a hole through Shelly. Actually, he slit his throat. Asylum, you always try to throw me off, and it just doesn't work, buddy.
He's testing.
Joel's never seen the 3D. But Joel, you better go find that 3. You better go to a pawn shop or whatever. Try to find the 3D version of or the version, the copy that has the 3D. Friday. Damn, this is badass. Shelly been wondering the whole movie with his throat slit. Yeah, he comes into the cabin. He's like, oh, and they think it's one of his pranks again. So she really, with the worst actress in the whole Friday the 13th franchise, that I can't even remember her damn name. That stoner bitch that was with the Tommy Chong character. Yeah, let me tell you something. This is some of the weakest cast members too in all the Friday the 13th sequels. The Part 3 cast. The new victims. It's one of the weakest casts in the Friday the 13th sequels, in my opinion. I really don't even like the final girl, Dana Kimmel, who plays Chris. I definitely don't like the leading guy, Rick, played by Paul Kratka. He's a waste of skin in that movie too. He couldn't act his way out of a wet paper bag either. T-Money, I want a Freddy versus Jason 2 also, but unfortunately England is very. Yeah, I know. We all wanted a part 2 to that because that's one of my favorite movies in the.
Yeah, absolutely. Freddy versus Jason versus Ash.
Yep, it was supposed to happen. Asylum's favorite kill is the fire poker. Yes, he stabs the stoner bitch right in the gut with a poor acting job of her dying. She's like, eh. Thank God she got killed. Yeah, that's literally how she does it, Professor. I remember. And when she's running around the cast, Shelly's dead. Oh my God, Shelly's dead. Worst actress in any Friday the 13th sequel ever, man. Just weak, one of the weakest casts. I will. You know what? I'm going to go ahead and say it was probably part 7's up there. Yeah, but part three is just a stupid, weak ass cast. I couldn't stand it. I was glad when Jason started finally
Yeah, they were
killing
just
them.
hiring the cheapest people they could get.
Most
Yeah, they
likely.
weren't looking for Oscar winners.
And Chad, man, just brought up a good trivia fact. The writers just found Shelley on the street and hired him at 18. And yes, he did talk about that in a documentary. He wasn't even an actor, and he's still not an actor because now he's like an attorney. Debbie. Yes, Debbie is the stoner bitch's name in it, and she's running around. Shelly's dead. Oh my god. But I love this movie. It's got some iconic parts. But like I said, I really don't like the final girl too much. Chris was kind of annoying. She played the crybaby boohoo character through. I mean, and a lot of Friday the 13th part through 3 actually, Professor, gets a lot of hate from a lot of these cancel culture stupid ass people because a lot of them think there's a rape scene by Jason to Chris in one of the flashbacks in the movie. He didn't fucking rape her. Jason's not a fucking rapist.
That's
He's a
not at all.
goddamn mass murderer. Yeah.
Yeah, he don't care.
Yeah, but I mean, there's a flash talking about where she actually does run into Jason and people because he chases her down and pins her down, and then she wakes up back at her house. She figures her dad found her and took her back to the house. Well, a lot of people jump the gun and say, "Oh, Jason raped her. Jason raped it." No, shut the
Yeah,
God. Just shut up. Shut up permanently. Yeah. Asylum. How did she not see him when she was running down the stairs? I know what he's talking about, but yeah, that whole screaming death scene is just freaking terrible. Joel, my eye will hurt and headache. Use 3D glass. Yeah, that sucks, Joel. You're kind of missing out on that then. Chadman, Debbie actor went on to stand for the O.J. Simpson trial. If that's true, that's even funnier. But if that's a joke, that's hilarious, man. Asylum, I like Shelley too. Larry Zerner was cool. That's the actor's name, Larry Zerner. I liked him. He was actually the most likable character, the only likable character, and he was the prankster. No one liked him in the movie, but us fans liked him because he actually had personality and actresses. It just the first hour of Friday the 13th Part 3 is kind of really painful to get through. Until the big chase scene, of course, at the end for 25 minutes where he's chasing Chris. But
just one person.
Yeah, just oh, I mean, it's like that in every movie. He chased Jenny for 25 minutes in part 2.
Yeah.
Pamela Voorhees chased Alice, Adrian King, for 25 minutes in the original Friday the 13th. I mean, they always get down to the last person or the final girl, if you will, and it takes them 25 minutes to not get the job done because the final girl gets away. It takes him 2 seconds to kill everybody else, gets to the last person, and he's like, forgot what I was going to do.
Oh, we got to string it out for that extra 30 minutes to get the full-length movie, though.
Pretty much. That's why you see Jason look off to the right to Steve Miner and kind of tilt his head and go, okay. So yeah, he gave him word in a headpiece and an ear set that he had to chase it around for about 25 minutes.
I need you to drag this out just a little bit longer.
And I think that's what happened too. I hate that people are implying that Jason raped. Yeah, I freaking hate it, especially in this day and age with all these overly sensitive little pussy pansies that's all over this world, and especially social media. I've had to shut down so many people on their YouTube channels because they're like, "This is the worst sequel in the Friday the 13th franchise because there's a rape scene. I'm not down with that, but yet I'll have my boyfriend rape me."
Jesus.
Yeah. You just, I see you tilting your head.
It's okay that he murders and hacks him up, but rape, that's crossing the line.
Yeah, exactly. Asylum, how didn't she see a 6'5" killer? Very true. And I introduced Richard Brooker being the new Jason, way huge, way bigger and more huge than Steve Dash. He was actually 6'3.5". Son of a bitch had Goldberg shoulders and traps on his. Richard Brooker was just a big guy. Shelley is underrated. I agree with you. Joel, Final Girl is very poorly acting ever because she's never been to film school. Yeah, Dana Kimmel, just like I said, my least favorite cast in any Friday sequel. But I love it. I like it because it's the first time we see Jason in the hockey mask. It's the first time you really get to see more of Jason and his physical abilities and his physical strength. Hangs on the 2x4. She does a lot of shit and he still keeps coming back to life. So it really shows you how invincible Jason really, like Giga Chadman said, it shows how iconic Jason really becomes.
Yeah, I mean, is there
She hit him with a log. Go ahead,
anything
Prof.
more iconic than the mask? I mean, that's what you think of when you think Jason, is you think of the hockey mask. So without this movie, we don't get that.
Pretty much. Chadman, it's true. Tracy Savage was an OJ. I do believe that because Tracy Savage played one of the girls. She went on to be a newscaster after. See, none of them, they weren't real actors. They all went off and did another career. Larry Zerner being an attorney, Tracy Savage went on to be a news broadcaster. Who cares what the character of Paul did? I couldn't stand him in that movie. He was a dipshit. He was. At the Let's see. The biker gang. We got to bring up the biker gang. They added three more people, three more bodies basically for the body count. So Ali being the head gang member, the bald black guy at the end forgot to say trick or treat, motherfucker. He got his arm cut off. No, instead he runs out, doesn't even take a swing or anything. He sees Jason. You are dead, motherfucker. That's what he says. You are dead, motherfucker. And then he gets his arm chopped off.
Oh,
with the machete in the barn. But while Jason is doing that, Chris picks up the axe and then strikes him in the head. That's how you get the iconic slit in the hockey mask at the top. Just there's so many, the more I talk about it, there's a lot of ridiculous parts in part 3, but I still love it. Introduces the hockey mask. I love Richard Brooker's take as Jason. So because Jason really came into his own in part 3 finally. So I mean, I guess that's why I like it so much. Paulie's here. He's thrown up bass guitars for you, Professor. Look at that.
He's back. Nice.
Yeah, Paulie's back. Look who's back. He said, I had the best dream fucking ever. I bet you did. Was it about Bloodless? But she did give him the iconic axe mark. Absolutely, Asylum. Lot woke teens say that Jason need to be canceled and banned because of part 3. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about, Joe. Just freaking ridiculous. He needs to be canceled because they think that he raped Chris. That's all I have to say about that. And that wasn't me. That was my neighbor. I'm sick and tired of these sensitive ass pussies in this world, especially the sensitive ass troll pussies that come on my live stream all the time. I'm surprised they're not clouding me up right now.
No, give it a moment.
Oh, well,
it's early.
My moderator's going to take care of that shit. Yes, Asylum just brought it up. Let's talk about the soundtrack. The beginning disco music at the beginning when the credits are coming in close in 3D and they're going back and then they're coming back. Oh man, such an it's probably the best opener in any Friday the 13th movie because of the
Uh,
that's how it goes. Mike and Movies is here. Welcome to the live stream. We talking about Friday the 13th Part 3? Yes, yes, sir. We are in the middle of it right now. The famous handstand kill. Yes, Tracy Savage's boyfriend. I can't even remember their names because there's so much my least favorite characters in any Friday movie. The dipshit that does the handstand, that is one hell of a kill right there. He's walking on his hands, and Jason takes the machete and gets him right in the crotch because he's upside down.
That's right. I remember
Splits
that.
him in, yes, yep, splits him in half. His ball sack does a wishbone.
Weeks.
Yeah, make a wish, asshole. Lizzo swallowed it. Oh, Polly, that's not a dream. That's a nightmare. That's Asylum. They said that Higgins Haven House is going to be rebuilt. Oh, that's another good trivia fact. I'm glad you brought that up, Asylum. Last night's Friday the 13th Part 2 talk, it was Packanack Camp. This is Higgins Haven. Some idiot that was touring it back in the early iconic cabin on videotaping it. Then you Haven. Oh, trolls are not real fans of Friday the 13th. Fans of Barbie and what's some other movies they're fans of, Professor? These woke ass pansies. They're probably fans of the new Snow White coming out. They're gonna be fans of the Unicorns Return Part 5. Rainbows Are Us Part 2. All that stuff. I'm probably pushing the envelope here. Oh well.
They're big Bros fans.
Yeah. They go and see Big Bros, which totally tanked at the movies, and it was our fault because it did. But anyways, we won't even bring that up. Asylum. Andy was his name. Andy was cut in half from his ball sack down. Yes, that's what he gets for doing a walking handstand in a Friday the 13th movie. Did someone not tell Andy that he was in a Friday the 13th movie? Did they not warn him that, yeah, Jason Voorhees is here in this town? He's here to kill Andy and split him in the ball sack and anybody that gets in his. Oh, sorry, I got a little excited there. Wrong movie. So, Billy, somebody was timed out already. You guys are so fast at moderating. I didn't even see what this Billy idiot said. So, Mr. Sound Blaster, oh, look who's here. Okay, Mr. Sound Blaster. One of the best opening scenes, Friday the 13th film series ever. Agree, Joel. Yeah, I guess my video is lagging like it was last night because my internet service sucks. These fans of these, they're fans of these nuts, Polly said. Yep. Jason's face changes in the film. Yeah, I'm glad you brought that up, Asylum. We got to see Jason's face at the very end of the dream sequence in part. For part 3, so they just totally redid his face, and he actually looks like a deflated, deformed retard jack-o'-lantern pumpkin in the face. After that, I didn't like it. Billy Loomis timed out. I didn't even see, you guys are so fast, I didn't even see Billy Loomis show up. Oh, okay. Billy said Halloween Shit Dickens is the best sequel. Well, that tells me that Billy is a couple of things, which I can't mention on the live stream. It also tells me he doesn't have a brain in his cranium. So, if I mention a few other things about Billy, I'll get banned from YouTube.
Yeah, he said to accept Corey Cunningham as Lord and Savior.
He says that every live stream. I swear to God.
What a moron! What is your
Just
point?
Oh, because it's Corey Cunningham. He's cute.
Okay.
Yeah, you see my point. Asylum. There is an alternate ending where Jason decapitates Chris. Yes, and I wish they would have left that in the movie because I couldn't stand the character of Chris, which I brought up. A deleted scene instead of Chris getting away in the lake. Jason shows up at the end, runs out, and chops her freaking head off. And I wish they would have stuck to that ending. Instead, the ending to part 3 that we got is they're carrying her off into the cop car, and she starts losing her mind and laughing to herself. It's a stupid Friday the 13th ending. You know, the more I'm talking about part 3, the more stupid parts I'm finally kind of realizing that was in part 3, and that really kind of
Coming
sucks.
those realizations that, maybe this wasn't as great as I thought it was.
That's probably why she's laughing. Polly said, well, he's enjoying a long, good Block City time. Exactly. Timeout City. Somebody get rid of Mr. Sound Blaster while you're at it, too.
Why?
Oh, never mind. Sound Blaster's okay, yeah, Sound Blaster said probably has a crush on. Sorry about that, Mr. Sound Blaster. By the way, I do like your username. It sounds like you could be brothers with Soundwave on the Gen 1 Transformers, doesn't it, Mike?
Yes, that's exactly what I was thinking, actually.
Yeah, so Mr. Sound Blaster, I like your username. And you could very well be the brother to Soundwave in Gen 1 Transformers, and Sound Blaster disappeared. Hopefully we can bring him back. Jason's original face was pretty scary. In part 2 it was, yes. The stoner got electrocuted. Yeah, the one that was supposed to be like similarity to Cheech and Chong, because Cheech and Chong was real popular in that year, so they had to bring a Cheech and Chong character in. But yeah, he's down in the basement. He's a big chicken shit. And the power comes back on, and I love this part. He's got the flashlight in his hand, and he turns, and there's Jason standing there, and he lets out the stupidest yelp. If you guys remember, he goes, ah, like that, and then he gets thrown into the circuit box and gets electrocuted. I do remember that part.
A lot of those electrocution style things in horror movies, isn't there?
Yes, I guess Friday the 13th was first before Halloween, technically, because Halloween's electrocution death scene didn't get there till what, part 6? Yeah. With poor John Strode, my favorite character in the whole Halloween franchise. Asylum accidentally. Mr. Sound Blaster, did he get removed, blocked, or just timed out?
I think he removed him. They're trying to figure out how to bring him back.
Uh-oh. Sorry, Mr. Sound Blaster. Sorry about that. I had made a mistake. Oh, I thought you were also saying that Corey Cunningcock was your Lord and Savior, but he's not. Gotcha.
Yeah, he was.
Mocking Billy Loomis. Yeah. Billy Loomis keeps Skeet Ulrich, professor, keeps trolling my live streams. Skeet Ulrich.
Yeah, Skeet's smarter than that.
Yes, exactly. So I know, in fact, it's not the real Billy Loomis. T Money says John Strode. Yes, I love John Strode. Is it me? But does Professor look like unmasked Jason from part 2? Oh man,
I'm just ignoring him. I'm just gonna ignore him. I wouldn't want to hurt his feelings.
oh man, Polly's just not happy unless he's talking shit to somebody. The message is the only thing that you're freezing up over there, Professor. You doing okay?
Yeah, you're the one that's freezing up. Don't blame it on me.
I'm as close to my house as I can possibly get. I don't know. My internet's been acting crappy the past couple days.
I don't know what it is about this area. It's just like
terrible.
In the 90s.
Yeah, we dialed into AOL right now.
We're lucky.
Probably be better reception than this. Micah Movies. Wait a second. I know who Mr. Sound Blaster is. He's a regular on my Instagram. He's cool. Oh, okay. Yeah, I like his username. Sorry about that, Micah Movies. Tell him I apologize. Big misunderstanding. I take full responsibility. Asylum, damn, now I feel really bad about doing this to Sound Blaster. Yeah, I do too. Outworld Queen, hey, honey buns. So she gives me a new pet name every live stream. Tonight I will be Honey Buns. Am I in the package or have you unwrapped the package?
Paulie's on here telling lies now.
What the hell did he say this time? Did he play Jason in part 3?
He said I look good. I know better than that. Come on.
You're starting to raise question marks, Polly. Just so you know. I am great, Outworld Queen. Welcome to the live stream. Sugar bumps.
Get a room, you two.
Wish we could. With my eyes, I've unwrapped you several times. Oh, yeah.
Anyway, back to Friday the 13th, part 3.
So, the stoner hippie and Debbie, both the stoners are dead. Andy got split in two. Tracy Savage gets the same kill that Kevin Baconator got in the original Friday the 13th. She gets the knife from behind in the hammock and comes out through the front of her throat. So she gets that kill, the same kill as Kevin Baconator. All three of the bikers are dead. They got killed in the barn. So that just leaves Chris and Rick. And hurry up and get back to the camp, guys, because they wandered off in the camp to talk and have the most boring conversation and worst acting job I've ever seen in my life. So they need to hurry back and get back to the camp so they can get killed. And the reason they're walking back to the camp, Professor, is because Rick, the idiot, left the lights on the car, and the car died. And as he's walking up to the car, he goes, "Darn battery."
Of course.
Well, dude, you left the lights on. God almighty.
And nobody's ever accused any of these people in these movies of being intelligent.
Yes, Sound Blaster, if you are watching, we are truly sorry. Apologize about that. What's next there, Creamy Twinkie? Oh, good God. Hey, I just came and give me a break. Yeah, God. Jason is evil. He killed her and the unborn. Yeah, supposedly Tracy Savage's character, she announces at the beginning that she's pregnant, but Jason didn't know. Jason didn't care. Even if he did know, he killed her. So
he does not care.
No. Part 3 is iconic only because of the mask. Yes, but I couldn't stand Shelley for one. And worst final girl. I just got done talking about that. About him receiving his iconic hockey mask in this sequel, and the fact that it's the worst final girl in any Friday the 13th series. So Outworld Queen is correct, sir.
Just a little late.
Asylum said Queen, the final girl, is not Shelley. Well, she says she couldn't stand Shelley, and she hates the final girl, I believe.
Yeah.
Micah Movies just shot Sound Blaster a message on Instagram. Good deal. Jason had to take it personal with Rick and pop his brain. Dude, I love that kill with Rick, and it makes Jason picks him up by his skull and crushes it, and one of his eyeballs pop out in 3D. It's like boom. Pretty cool. What raccoons and Polly, if you're out there in the woods, he'd probably eat you. You got to remember, he's out in the wilderness. He could eat squirrel. He could eat deer. He probably wrestles a bear and has some bear meat. I mean, why you got to ask a question like that? An obvious question like that, Polly. Where's your brain, Polly?
Hey, he's undead. He doesn't have to eat exactly.
See why we're the best YouTube hubby and wife? Absolutely. The Maestro Megatron and the Outworld Queen, a.k.a. Honey Buns. Oh, hell, Chad, man, I agree. The final girl should have been Shelley. He was very soft-spoken, Larry Zerner, like this, and he had that permed hair from the 80s. So he could have he could have crossed for a chick. Yeah, he could have been the final girl. The eye kill proves that Jason in human form is stronger than Michael. You might have something on that one, Asylum. Yes. Polly means I mean human Jason, aka Creamy Buns. Word Queen. She's laughing her ass off. Shelly as a final girl. Yeah, Shelly could have pulled it off. And then you have Debbie running around going, "Oh, Shelly's dead." You know what part I'm talking about. That part is horrendous. So back when I was a kid, we're flowing rather steadily and fast and quickly through Friday the 13th Part 3, aren't we?
Like diarrhea.
Yes. Like I ate one of Polly's chicken wings.
Oof.
Gave me diarrhea. It's flowing. You got to ask Polly about his chicken wings, Professor.
I don't know that I want to after that ringing endorsement.
Well, no, this guy can put away some food, man. This man, he's not human. Did anyone notice when Jason grunts and yells? Is that when she hits him from behind with the log outside the cabin? I think he grunted on that one, or is it when? It's when she stabs him in the leg upstairs, and she goes out the top of goes out the window. Yeah, he goes like that. So he went yes, Trish couldn't act her way through anything. She had to bang someone for that role. Oh, good God Almighty! Is it even Trish? Is that her name? No, her name is Chris. Trish was in the final chapter of the next one we're going to talk about. That's Corey Feldman's sister in Part 4 of the final chapter. That's tomorrow night. Friday the 13th Part 3 is okay. It can be a bit slow, and Richard Brooker wasn't that great as a judge. I thought he did okay, Micah movies. He wasn't the worst. I think he pulled it off good. He had the side. He was like the first. He opened the craze and phase of the huge, because Jason got bigger and bigger in each movie. If you notice, he opened the doorway for that. Richard Brooker was a big guy. Freddy versus Jason, when Jason swung his machete at the girl and she flew 200 miles. Yeah, that was Kelly Rowland from Destiny Child. She won't. She just didn't die. She fucking died. Even Freddy, remember in the movie, goes, "Oh."
Yeah, that's right. I love that movie so much.
So do I. More great performing by the great Robert Englund on that.
Absolutely.
Let's see. Outworld Queen. Oh yeah, she done good in Part 4. Yeah, Trish was good. I'll get to that tomorrow night. Part 4. It was a damn good cast in Part 4, the final chapter. Joel, live stream is very glitchy. Yeah, I don't know what's going on. I switched positions just a little bit outside here to what I usually do, and it decides to get glitchy on me. I can't stand it. I don't know what to do.
That's what you get for having Bob's internet service.
I thought I had AT&T, but yeah, I guess it is Bob's Outworld Furniture Store internet service, I guess. Yeah, I love that kill as well, Outworld Queen. I just found out the girl's name that died by the fire poker. Her name is Chili. Is it Chili? I thought it was Debbie. Is Chili her real name? Micah movies, you're right. Friday the 13th Part 3 had the worst acting. Just freaking terrible. Love the movie, hate the characters, and hate the acting. Okay, so it's not Debbie, it's Chili from here on out. Okay, we'll play your game, Asylum. Outworld Queen, yeah. Chili's death was so lame. All you see is a poker in her face, and she couldn't pull it off. Yeah, she goes, "Oh," exactly like that in the movie. I swear to God, she goes, "Oh."
Yeah, that's not what would happen.
No. Terrible.
That's a shame. What was the budget for this particular one? Anybody know?
I don't know. I know that the first Friday the 13th was made for $550,000 and it made $208 million. Well, I don't know specific numbers for part 2 and 3, especially for 3 that we're doing tonight, but I do know each sequel surpassed the other. And I think the only reason part 3 surpassed part 2 in the numbers is because it was in 3D. Everybody was impressed with the 3D craze back then. So
It sounds like they spent more on the 3D budget than they did on the acting budget.
I think that's what happened. I think that's why they got all these non-talented actors that weren't even actors anyways. Like Chadman said, just people off the street and shit. Infinite Loops joining the live stream. The part 3 Jason on F13. The game is OP. Yep. So it only made 2.2 million. That surprises me.
Made or cost?
Or was it probably cost 2.2 million?
Yeah, that's probably the budget was 2.2 million.
Outward Queen, yeah, I talked about that. The stoner that got electrocuted down in the basement, and the iconic when he turns the flashlight to Jason, and he goes, "Oh!" That's exactly what he did. He goes, "Ah!" Ridiculous. I think Friday the 13th Part 3 was the autumn setting. Yeah, you could tell it was. But what's weird is it was supposed to take place in the same weekend Part 2 did. So the story and the continuity of the story really doesn't matter. Than writing a really good story or having good actors for that matter. And the professor's disappeared. I believe Jason got him. Sebastian, welcome to the live stream. Better late than never, sir. I didn't get the notification. Yeah, it's weird. Sometimes you guys get the notification for my live stream. Sometimes you don't. It's like a roulette wheel. I don't get it. Chadman, 36 million US and Canada. Okay, so cost 2.2 million and they made 36 million. So yeah, they more than doubled what they made it for, but I think sounds to me like that's the lowest budget sequel so far in the series. And I'm comparing it to the original and to part 2. And I forgot to talk about that last night. I forgot to look up what part 2 made worldwide, but I know that the first original with Betsy Palmer and the Kevin Baconator, I know it made 208 million. But obviously they made enough money because Frank Mancuso Jr., who became the executive producer, he kept making and making and making. They kept making enough money where they just kept on making the sequels. I wanted to see Higgins Haven Virtual Cabinet Friday the 13th, the game, and first person. That would have been badass. Oh, Asylum brings up a good point too, Professor. This is the only Friday the 13th movie and sequel that Jason's name is never mentioned in the movie. Not
Really?
one time. No one refers to him as Jason. He's just running around killing them. No one has a clue that it's Jason Voorhees, and his name is never said in this sequel. So good one, Asylum.
Interesting.
Outworld. Okay, guys, I have to get to bed. It's 11 here, and I have to be up very early tomorrow. Mega, I love you. I love you too, and everyone else. Good night. And we love you, Outworld Queen. Thank you for joining the live stream. Sweet dreams and happy nightmares to you, honey buns.
Good night.
Baz, this was when the movie started to get real fun. Yeah. In fact, part 3 is a fun movie because there's, it's kind of absurd in a lot of parts and the acting's so bad. I have fun with it. The final chapter, which we'll revisit and recap tomorrow, that's when it gets real fun. And I love the cast and characters in the final chapter. I know in the past, Maestro Megatron has said that JLC was a bad act. Well, yeah, the keys. That's proof enough. No, I don't know Pizzawell Asylum. Sebastian saying sup to you, Professor.
Oh, what's up, Baz?
Senor Sebastian Way. Polly's going to start a Jason parade. Baz, I think you're the only one that's going to take a vote on that. He thinks Chris was the best, was the best final. Are you saying she was the best final girl or one of the best final girls? Because I think you're on your own on this live stream on that one. We just got done talking about how shitty she was. But it's your opinion. I respect that. I like it. Yep, Bad's the only film. Polly's got a new nickname for Outworld Queen, and it is Creamy Buns. This is getting pretty deep on the live stream, guys. Asylum, my third favorite kill is when Jason stabbed a pitchfork through Laurie Strode's skull. I love that kill too, Asylum. I love how Laurie Strode just showed up at Higgins Haven, and everybody was in. I don't think anybody was at the cabin at the time, and the door was locked. So she was like, "The keys, the keys." So she's looking for the keys to Higgins Haven's cabin, and then she got the pitchfork from Jason. I remember that part, Professor.
So she didn't find him. No, she did not. Okay.
Oh, she. Come on, Tommy, open. Most definitely stop being funny now. Cut it out. Yeah, her acting was great. Let me tell you. Baz, one of the best, and I think she put up a good. Yeah, I'll give you that. She put up one hell of a fight. It's just and Dana Kim. That, but her character was just so annoying to me in part 3. But yeah, she put up one hell of a fight. She stabbed Jason in the leg, hit him from bog, smacks him in the back with a shovel, then hangs him from the Higgins Haven barn. And I like after Jason is strong enough to pull himself off the noose of the rope, Baz. I know you remember this part, and she goes, "No, can't be alive."
Mr. Tim Atkins is here. Welcome, Tim.
Oh, yep, best mustache in YouTube. He likes Vera. She's better than Chris. yeah. I don't know. Probably not, but Micah Movies just finished watching Leatherface, Texas Chainsaw Massacre 3. That's my favorite sequel. She was not a very good actress, though, so I could see that. And I hated her little dream of Jay. Yeah, we talked about that. The infamous so-called rape scene that all these woke-ass little sensitive cancel culture little pippity-dippity pup boys come up with. I think it's ridiculous. No, he didn't rape her, for the love of shit ass. Baz, pay Paulie no attention. He's being extra perverted tonight, so ignore the creamy bun. Yeah, he's being a pervert. Paulie says she got some juicy buns. Oh yeah, da-da-da-da. Dun-dun-dun-dun. Yeah, it's playing the beginning music while Polly's rubbing on the juicy buns.
Oof.
In the Friday the 13th game, he was given a pitch. Literally, they fired his ass. She did it before Scream and Resurrection. I see. Good point, Chad, man. Jay Gregory's here. I heard they lost the mask. Which mask? Holy crap, Jay Gregory, and welcome to the live stream. Are you at work? Are you watching this from work? By the way, Maestro Megatron, did you see my latest post on Instagram? Yes. I like the fact that you keep hyping up Halloween 5 because it's getting under all the haters' skin. I love part 5. So does Professor. We love part 5.
Yeah, no, part 5 is a fun movie.
Yeah. I don't give a damn what anybody says.
I've got my issues with it, but overall, it's fun.
Oh, Vera. Vera was the girl that was supposed to be Shelley's date. Gotcha. Vera was fine. but she couldn't act her way out of a fucking dick either. I wanted to smack Shelley. How did he fumble that? Had a bad 1982 perm, and he played too many pranks. And did you see the pants that he wore in this movie? Anybody who wore pants like that's never going to get laid. What kind of pants is that? Yeah, he wore a pearl snap short sleeve flannel shirt with the worst kind of pants in the 80s that you ever could wear. Hell no, he didn't get laid by Vera. Those are the worst pants. Go back and watch the movie. Those are the worst pants in Friday the 13th history.
That's funny.
Rachel J's on a live stream. Hello, Rachel J. We're talking about Shelley's horrible pants that he wears in Friday the 13th Part 3. I heard that all the time when I rewatched it and they never mentioned it. They just want an excuse to mention that word. Yeah. Asylum. Also, Jason just got his iconic clothes the following day after the events from Friday 2. Yes, he did. How does that flashback make sense? It makes no sense whatsoever. Oh, but remember, he raped Chris. Remember? Yeah, cancel Friday the 13th Part 3 because he raped Chris. Mr. Sound Blaster's back. Halloween 5 is really good. It's flawed, but really fun. We totally agree with you, Mr. Sound Blaster. I love Halloween 5. In fact, Halloween 5's in my top 5 of my Halloween rankings, so I'm right there with you. Friday the 13th, Part 5 is way better than shit Dick Gint. Yes, and Part 5 ain't worth the shit for Friday the 13th, so that's saying a lot. Chad, man, Pamela's head wouldn't let Jason do it. It's good mama. Oh, my God. Pamela's Voorhees in these movies, I swear to God. Jay Gregory, I'm off today and tomorrow, but I heard they lost the Part 3 hockey mask. I heard the wind blew it away. That wasn't me. That was my neighbor. I never heard that, but that's pretty cool little trivia information there. I had no idea they lost that hockey mask in the wind. Tim Atkins is laughing. I'm telling you, you guys go back and watch Friday the 13th Part 3. Those are the worst pants a male could ever wear that's trying to get laid at a camp. You do not wear you do not wear Sunday slacks from 1982 at a summer camp. And that's what he did. Oh, my God. Then what did my poster say exactly? Yes, it did hype up Halloween 5, but what exactly did it say? I think it said, I don't care about the haters or something like that. Wasn't it, Mike in movies? Take this, haters, or something like that. Friday acting is the same as porn acting anyways. I never took it seriously. Yeah, Baz, you got a point. Sound Blaster. We truly apologize about that earlier, Mr. Sound Blaster. Joel, are you laughing about Shelley's pants? You know what? Next live stream, I'm going to find a pair of Shelley's pants that he wore in Part 3, and I'm going to wear them.
That I want to see.
You wouldn't miss that for the world, would you?
Nope.
Because, okay, here, the scene in Part 3 is he's talking to Vera, and he goes, so, Vera, we've gotten to known each other a little bit today, and I was thinking, and she shushes him before he could finish, and she actually looks down at his pants. I swear to God, she goes, no, probably not. I'm going to go outside for a while, get some air, and when I come back, we'll talk. So she takes one last glance at his pants, the worst pants in any horror movie you've ever seen that any male could wear at a summer camp. She actually looks down at his pants. I swear to God. I put them on.
Wow. She's probably trying to hint to him. You need to take those off.
I don't know what would be worse, seeing Shelley or him wearing the pants. Take your pick. Maestro, he was such a pansy. They went to go skinny dipping, and he said, yeah, I'm not skinny enough yet. That part. There's some pretty cool lines in that movie. Because Chris asked him, well, why aren't you down there at the lake with others? Because they're skinny dipping, and I'm not so skinny. So, yeah, Shelley had some pretty cool lines. Mike shamelessly sucks too. Which was Mike the Cheech and Chong character? I can't remember. How did Jason go from hair to bald? I often wondered that myself because he had long hair in the Part 2 ending, and then I guess. Oh, I know what happened. He caught alopecia He caught the disease from Jada Pinkett Smith right before part 3 started. So now he's bald. Like, in fact, that might have been Jason. That might have been Jada Pinkett Smith playing Jason Voorhees in Friday the 13th part 3 when he took the mask off.
So I'd like to Polly asked the question, who's Jason's father? Is that ever discussed in any movie?
No. You don't find out till like in the documentary folklore of it or in some of the fan films, but his father's name is Elias Voorhees.
You know, that could make for a good, like this Camp Crystal Lake's supposed to be a prequel series. That'd be a good place to go for it.
Well, there is a fan film on YouTube. Help me out here, guys, on the live stream. You would actually enjoy it. It's got Steve Dash in it and C.J. Graham.
Oh,
And
really?
C.J. Graham, who played Jason in part 6, plays the father of Jason in this fan film. He plays Elias Voorhees.
Okay.
Help me out with the name of it. I can't remember. Tim. I bet Drum Dums has a pair of them. Yeah, Drum Dums. Actually, Drum Dums is the one that loaned Shelly the pants for part 3. And in fact, his wife bought him the pants. Bought the pants for Lee McCoy because he's a simp. And Shelly came to the house because he was going to wear Speedo to the summer camp in part 3. And Lee's like, no. Here, put these pants on. So he put the pants on, loaned him the pearl sleeve, I might add. Shelly ran like Forrest Gump to get to the car. Yes. In the documentary, Larry Zerner said Richard Brooker was in that. It was the watch along for part 3 in one of the documentaries. They were doing a watch along, and Richard Brooker actually said, "Was the jeans too tight?" And Larry Zerner claims too big that wardrobe gave him for the movie, so he was trying not to lose the shoes and trip and fall when he ran to the car. So that's according to Larry Zerner. Personally, I think the pants were too tight. Asylum. The part 3 hockey mask doesn't exist anymore because the producer kept the mask in front of the window and the sunlight melted it away. So I've heard 2 things. I heard it blew away in the wind, and now I heard it's melted away in the window. I'll take either. Mike, I seen it when I was little. All I remember is an old man adopting a fat Chinese baby. I don't know what was happening. What are we talking about on that one? I thought we were still talking about Shelly's pants. Yes, that's right. Larry Zerner did have a cameo in Never Hike Alone too. I forgot about that.
He did?
He was one of the reporters, I believe.
Oh.
Oh, we're talking about Shame. Good. Oh, Shameless. Okay.
I don't even know what that is.
G.I. Jane 2. Can't wait to see it. Yes, Jada Pinkett Smith actually played the bald Jason. And Jada Pinkett Smith will be starring in this next summer in G.I. Jane 2.
Oh, God.
Keep my wife's name out your fucking mouth. Why don't you keep your wife's mouth off other people's dicks, Will? You dumb simp. God almighty.
What a sad, pathetic man.
Mr. Sound, G.I. Jane 2 starring Jason confirmed. Yes. And when he takes the mask off, it will be Jada Pinkett Smith. John Carpenter criticized original Friday the 13th, suggesting it was a lackluster money grab. I really don't care what John Carpenter says because he's not a very good human being anyways.
Yeah.
Love some of his movies. Don't get me wrong, but I hate him as a person, so I could give a shit less on any of his opinions. He ran like he had a loaded diaper. Yes, Sebastian, he ran like he had a loaded diaper in the tight pants that he wore in part 3. G.I. Jane 2, can't wait to see it. Baz, Larry Zerner was the journalist at the end giving the speech. That's right. You know what? I've been meaning, Professor, to go back and watch Never Hike Alone 2 anyways. I need to rewatch it again. So I forgot. about Larry Zerner having that quick part in it.
It was a good film.
Pamela, get my son's name out your mouth. I like that sound blaster. Mike and Movies, a show that has been terrible longer than it's been good, unfortunately. I hope we're not talking about Shameless still.
He must be.
Yeah, I wish he would try to smack me. Yeah, Polly, you would definitely whip the shit out of Will Smith. Will Smith ain't even tough anymore. He's so cucked out and simped out by G.I. Jane that it's not even funny. Did you notice that when Jason was lurking in the shadows, he folded Brie Larson in? Yes, I remember that part. Captain Marvel had landed down from the sky, Professor, and Jason folded her in half. And the fact that I wish that really would happen to Brie Larson is a good wish for me.
Hey, she's a moron, but I'd still bend her over.
She's worth. I would not bend her over.
I absolutely would.
You're disgusting.
Sorry.
You're disgusting. Let's go. Sebastian, we got to thank Larry Zerner for the hockey mask, though. Yes, Shelley did provide the prank that he pulled on Vera. He grabs her leg when she has her feet dangling off the dock of the lake. He comes out from under the water and he goes, "Let this be a valuable lesson to you. A pretty lady like you shouldn't be out here in the dark alone." Shelley, why do you do these stupid things? Because I want you to like me. I do like you, but not when you do these idiotic things. The acting is just phenomenal in part 3. In fact, I think I did it better than Vera. I'm surprised the Maestro doesn't like John Carpenter's The Thing because of the. I do. I love The Thing.
Yeah.
I dude, all of John Carpenter's early movies, Halloween being one of them, Halloween 2, Christine's okay, The Thing. I love that freaking. The Thing's my favorite John Carpenter movie of all time. It's not even Halloween. Halloween. Trouble in Little China. I know I'm by myself on that one, but Big Trouble in China. I know I'm by. Nothing's wrong with talking about shame. Sell out, absolutely. Jay Gregory, when Jay extended his arm after the axe to the head, I started to cry as a kid because I was like, yeah, Jay Gregory's saying, how the fuck is he still alive? And Chris mutters the words too. She goes, no, can't be alive. Great acting, man. That's how she said it too. No, can't be alive.
Oscar quality.
Yes, indeed. Fun fact about the Shelley kill, you can recreate the kill on Friday the 13th, the video game. I did not know that. Asylum's laughing his ass off. Apparently, Jada said they've been separated for 6 years. That's her excuse for why Will's a cuck. Yeah, okay. They can anyway. They can spontaneous combust both of them as far as I'm concerned. I really don't give a damn about their personal life or their careers for that matter. So
no joke.
Asylum, the way he killed Shelley in the game was more brutal. I can't remember that part. Mr. Soundblaster, part 3 deserves to win an Oscar for Best Act. Absolutely. In fact, they're going to give the top Oscar. Those pay. There, it's back. Okay, we're back, folks. My internet connection should get an Oscar award too. Asylum, yes, Zombie Pamela was awesome in part 3. I totally agree. The way her head was bouncing around and she was nipping at everybody's feet, that was pretty cool, Asylum. In fact, I think her decapitated head actually bit Larry Zerner's pants off at the at the cuff. Oh, Then why did you say you hope we're not still talking about it then? I really don't remember that, Mike, in movies. I think I was talking about something else, bro. Some people think he's human before he gets resurrected in 6, but how does he survive getting hanged? Like, yeah, I mean, that's what I was trying. I was talking to somebody about that the other day on the live stream. He's always been supernatural. He just got more powerful in part 6. Even Tommy Jarvis says that when he runs into the police station talking to Sheriff Garris about it. He's like, he's even more powerful now that we dug him up. That's what he says.
The
Yeah, it's lagging. Go ahead, Professor.
Deadite theory might be accurate since they were going to do, bring Ash in for the second Freddy versus Jason.
Yes. Oh, Baz, you're right. Yes, he is a revenant. I forgot to mention they describe him in the comic books as that too, and in the novels that he's a revenant. That's why he can't die. A dead eye, like they mentioned in part 9. Yeah, Maestro, you're breaking up a bit. I know. I'm sick and tired of this stupid freaking internet. I moved once again. Hopefully it helps. I guess we'll find out. God, I hate my fucking internet. He killed Shelly in the game by using a scythe, which he stabs him in the dick. And then lifts him up probably, and he's like pumping his legs, probably some shit like that. Polly, bloodless chewing on your internet wires. Yeah, I knew it. It's bloodless, chewing on the power cables. We'll go ahead and knock the rest of them off. I couldn't resist, Professor. I couldn't resist. Yeah, I knew it. Bloodless, chewing on the power cables. Pamela's decapitated head bit off Lee McCoy's. I wish. Yeah, I'm pretty sure you might have misheard me on that, Mike in movies. I apologize about that. Lee McCuck, that is his name. Lee McCoy. I looked to my wife and said, I really like. I will never forget that to this very day. Lee McCoy, aka Drum Dums, I better not ever meet him at a convention because I'm going to tell him the truth about himself. Fun fact, Tom Savini not only created the look for Jason, but also created the Fiend mask for Bray Wyatt. I believe that. Yeah, Sebastian, it could have been either one. It could have been Lizzo or Bloodless that's chewing on. Yeah, I knew it. It's Lizzo chewing on the power cables. You guys go ahead and get back into the house. Me and the professor will knock the rest of them off. If anybody gets that reference, I'll mail you $1,000. If you can name that movie I'm referencing right now, you guys get $1,000.
If they can't name it,
yeah, I'm twisting it around too much, but you know exactly what I'm talking about. Michael Myers Thorn Trilogy fan edit coming out soon. No shit. I will definitely have to check that out. Is Cole Edits doing it, Mike in movies? If you guys were face to face, you'd probably kick his ass. Oh yeah, because he would, like any other moron, he would smart off to me, then I'd have to push his face to the back of his head. Bloodless finish is sticking internet wires in his ass to get powered. Are you reading this, Professor? Dude, that's freaking hilarious.
Poor Bloodless not here to
Lee went. Yeah, I know. Lee went to Florida Con recently. I could have went and seen him. Yeah, you could have put on Shelly's pants in Friday the 13th Part 3 and went and seen him. Yeah. Tim Atkins, you might be right. It could be Stripe from the Gremlins chewing on the internet cables. Jimmy Sham idiot. I don't care what anyone says. I love it and don't understand why anyone couldn't like the movie. He's Jimmy Sham. He's referring to what Jimmy Sham idiot said about Halloween shit dick ends. He doesn't understand why nobody likes that movie.
Oh, jeez.
Let me put it to you this way. I would rather wear Shelley's pants in Friday the 13th Part 3 on a date with a beautiful woman rather than watch Halloween shit dick ends ever again. What does that tell you? Micah Movies. No, I'm making the edit. It's going up on my channel. Oh, hell yeah. Okay, I can't wait to check that out, Eminem. Lee McCoy will probably say, relax, man. I'm really not enjoying it. Yeah, probably so. This, God, drum dumbass. Breaking 2, the electric bloodless Lou. I know you get that reference, Professor.
Or bloodless.
Joel says Drum Dubs needs to retire. Yeah, you're exactly right, Joel. This live stream's turning into a silly ass live stream, and I love it. By the way,
quick.
Yeah, we're having fun at other people's expense that aren't even on the live stream. Shame on us. We're making fun of Larry Zerner's pants, and we're making fun of Bloodless. In fact, I think Larry Zerner borrowed those pants from Bloodless. Oh, good God. Okay, well, I think we're done talking about part 3 now. So back then when I was a kid, I gave part 3 an 8 out of a 10. Now, 41 years later as an adult, I give part 3 a 7 out of 10 in the ranking. So
Really? That seems a little high.
Yeah, well, only because of the iconic hockey mask part. And,
Gotcha. That definitely scores some points.
They lost. It lost a point in my ranking because of Shelley's pants. Yeah, Asylum, I agree. Shelley's pants is better than Ends, exactly. Don't forget the perm with the pants, Maestro. Absolutely. I'm going to go get a perm tomorrow and get those pants. No mention of Zach Cherry. Well, now there's a mention of Zach Cherry, Mike and Movies. Thank you very much. He probably wears Shelley's pants. Lee is probably wearing his wife's panties. We never see him turn around in his videos. Yeah, I think he had to borrow those pants from his mom because they were so tight in that movie. Jay Gregory, I think Jason was actually pissed when he threw the knife after being stabbed with. Yeah, because that come really close to Dana Kimmel, the actress's head in that part. Of course, they did it for the 3D effect and went shh like that. Asylum, I still love part 3 as well. Asylum gives it a 10 out of a 10. It just went down a couple notches for me through the years.
Didn't age well.
Not well. The 3D aspect of it will always be iconic, and the hockey mask, and the beginning music with the credits coming at you. But the character, because I watched it this past Friday the 13th last month. I watched the marathon, and I remember just watching it and the bad acting in it, and I'm like, good God Almighty! I never realized how terrible the acting was in this sequel. Baz gives it a 7.5 out of 10. It's not bad, can drag a bit, but it's a blueprint for the Friday movies. I agree with you 100%. Drum Dums, I have a platform here. I can't say stuff like that. That's exactly what he sounds like too, Professor. Thomas Clark's on the live stream. How's it going, Tom Clark? My score for the soundtrack would be a 10 out of 10, for sure. Joel gives part. Oh, sorry, Professor. Go ahead.
Even the disco?
Even the disco.
Gotcha.
Joel gives it a 7 out of 10 like I did. Chadman gives it a 13 out of 10 for Debbie's acting and Shelley's pants being scarier than Jason's face. You know what? I'm going to pin that comment right there. That that comment's worthy of a pinup. So there you go. Yes, the pants are scarier than Jason itself in the movie, according to Giga Chad. Man, I totally agree. Uh, Tim Atkins says Zach Cherry designed Shelly's pants. Absolutely. Jay Gregory gives part 3 an 8 out of a 10. Very good. Sound Blaster said something that somebody agreed with, and I missed it, I guess. Tim Atkins, 8 out of 10. Professor, what's your opinion on drum dums? Professor, I really don't think you know too much about drum dums, do you?
I don't. He
Yeah,
sounds like
he
a moron.
he is. He's a cuck simp. He's a backstabber. He's a very selfish YouTuber. He stabbed a couple of the other YouTubers he used to do podcasts with in the back because his wife keeps his vagina in her purse.
Well, sounds like Dick Masterson.
Yes.
Piece of trash.
Yep.
I'd like to give a warning for anybody. If you're considering watching the Winnie the Pooh Blood and Honey movie, don't. It's really bad. Like, really, really, really bad.
I knew it.
I expected it to be kind of a dark comedy, and it's not. It's just a really bad movie.
Baz, I did notice that. I went down 2 subs. Somebody, I guess, didn't like what I had to say, and or 2 people didn't like what I had to say, so they unsubbed me. I was at 475. I'm back down to 473. Uh, Asylum, maybe one day you and Lee will become friends. Maybe. If he wears those pants, I'll become friends with him. Mr. Sound Blaster gives it a 100 out of 10 because of the fire acting and Shelly's pants. Hell yeah. I'm a dude. He's a dude. JLC's a dude. Yeah, she looks like a mummy dude. Professor, the less you know, the better. I agree. You're going to start wearing panties after that. I hope not.
Nope, won't happen.
Jay Gregory, when Jason showed his face in part 3, I screamed, "What the hell is that?" Yeah, he looks like a retarded jack-o'-lantern pumpkin. I swear to God. I was 7 and my mom almost slapped me. Oh, man. Yeah, Lee can't handle Discord fights. I know about that firsthand, Chad, man. Baz, I haven't heard a single good thing about it. I think the second one is being made soon. Oh, the Winnie the Pooh Blood and Honey.
God, there doesn't need to be a second one.
Did you watch that on Peacock?
I actually bought the Blu-ray.
Again, with Professor buying shit that he shouldn't buy.
Yep.
Once again, Joel disco music ended in 1980. Apparently not in Friday the 13th Part 3, because that was 1982, and we got the disco music at the beginning. Yeah, that's what Bass says. It's supposed to be getting a damn sequel, Chad, man. They're making a good burn, too. I saw that. I don't even really remember seeing the first one, so... Asylum, you actually like Jason's face in the movie. Yeah, it wasn't bad. It just didn't stay consistent with how he looked in part 2. But whatever. I mean, it's no big deal, I guess. So, Professor, according to Baz, Winnie the Pooh looks pretty stupid in that. So they used the Tots mask, I think.
Yeah, the whole idea. You when you see the trailer, you think that it's just some dude in a mask, but it's not technically supposed to be that. It's technically supposed to be actually Winnie the Pooh. It's so dumb.
Please sell it.
I don't even want to. I just want to throw it away.
All right, just put it in the circular file then. Lee just cares about himself. Yes, Asylum. That's exactly why he's friendless. That's a movie you should have just watched it illegally.
Yeah.
Winnie
Even
the Pooh, Blood and Honey. It grossed $5.2 million worldwide. Ooh. Hey, let me ask you a question, Professor, and everybody. Did Winnie the Pooh in that movie wear Shelley's pants from part 3?
it might have made the movie better if he had.
Might have made it a little more entertaining, yes.
Yep.
Jay Gregory. Honestly, I can't say I've had more fun with the Friday the 13th franchise more than the Halloween franchise. Just depends on what mood I'm in. Yeah, I'd love to still talk. We're still talking about Halloween, basically, but the F-13 movies are fun to talk about, too. I especially love making fun of Shelley's pants in part 3 here. Kel slapping a vegan burger to a customer face with a tennis racket. Oh, he does do that in Good Burger too? Good. Okay, I respect the sequel then. It's better than the part 8 face. Let's be Asylum. I agree with you on that. I hate that part in part 8. He gets the toxic waste that just so happens to be laying in the sewer in a bucket underneath New York. She splashes it on his face and his mask comes off and he goes,
Oh yeah, I remember that part. That was really dumb.
Part eight's awful too. I can't wait to get to that one. Mr. Sound Blaster Lee is the Discord mod. When someone has a fight on Discord, he's like, "Well, actually, I can't give this on my server. I'm gonna have to permanently ban you from this." Oh, fuck Lee McCoy. And Shelly's pants that he wears. Baz, I didn't even know there was a Terrifier 3 teaser trailer yet. Man, they're spitting them out fast. Winnie the Pooh doesn't look good. I'm scared to watch it. Yeah, take it from the professor. It's not good.
Just avoid it. Take my word for it. It's awful. Oh, Joel, that I haven't watched the Terrifier movies for
It's
that.
an acquired taste. You
That's
wouldn't like them. Too much blood and gore for your taste.
that's what he's saying. That Blood and Honey 2 is going to be like that.
Oh, beautiful. If it has Shelly's pants in it, I might watch it.
I won't.
Thank you for deleting and timing out Mark Stevens. By the way, Polly, there was another Corey Cunningcock worshiper that just came on.
Oh Christ!
Micah Movies, yeah, Micah Movies. Mark Stevens just got timed out because he accepted Corey Cunningcock as his Lord and Savior. Mr. Sound Blaster, Part 8, Jason looks like a deformed Muppet. Rotten Jack Lantern had a love child. The part where he gets the toxic waste spray. That part's so stupid. Yeah, I never knew when you visited New York, especially Manhattan, down in the skylines. I didn't know that toxic waste was just available in the alleyways and down in the sewers of New York. I guess that's how we get the humanoids in that state. I guess, but
Well, I
according to
mean,
Friday the 13th, Part 8,
that's where the chuds come from.
the Chuds got you. Chud the Bud. Eat 'em up, yum. Polymurder that. Yeah, that guy didn't even stand a chance. Baz, that's the same guy that sounds like Bloodless. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's Bloodless. Uh, yeah, this dick is his savior, exactly. I'm with you, Chad, man. I'd rather wear Shelly's pants than accept Corey myself. Slammo Sammo has joined the live stream. Hello there, young lady. No one with a brain would accept Corey. No. I again, the fact that he gets brought up on my live stream every fucking time on my channel is beyond me, anyways. But I just I don't know. I give up. I'm gonna take my ball and my bases, put on Shelly's pants, and I'm just gonna go home. At least Jason from head to toe looks cool, though when the mask is on. Yeah, I could. Yeah, maybe Mark is a fan of Spooky Astronaut. Probably Joel. Damn, Mark Stevens was timed out again. Asylum says, "Stop typing, Mark."
That's all that.
I realized how every unmatched Jason is at least a little bit look. Well, that's because each Tom Savini did it in part 2, I believe, the Jason's actual face, and then the reason Jason's appearance without the hockey mask is different in every movie is because it's a different makeup designer every movie. So, personally, the best face besides part 2 at the very end, I think, is in part 7, The New Blood, with John Carl Buechler, who directed it, also is the makeup artist for the movie. I think that's the best Jason face at the end of part 7, personally. Slammo's doing good. Oh, that's okay. Better late than never there, Slammo. And Sebastian told on you. The reason why you couldn't join last night's live stream is because you didn't finish your homework. Remember what I told you, young lady. You'll end up in the gutter with Polly. And Bloodless. Baz, my favorite look at Jason's either 6 or 4. I'll take that. Joel, lots of trolls say, yeah, they sure did. Like I said last night, that's not going to fly on my live stream.
What?
You don't have to read it out loud, but read Joel's comment, what the trolls are saying.
I can't.
Then last night's live stream. Polly said he's enjoying that timeout vacation. Yeah, it's going to be a long one. Probably, I think he learned his lesson, but good job. Yeah, he's timed out for at least 5 months. Hell no, he wouldn't even make it as a janitor in Micah movies. Chad, man, all that toxic waste in part 8 was missing. The turtles and toxic. Dude, I would have liked part 8 better if the turtles did show up in the Toxic Avenger with the toxic waste. That would have been badass. By the way, everybody's dancing the toxic waltz. Sorry. I couldn't resist.
Nobody's going to know that one.
Nope. Not even a zombie's interested in him. Well, since Jason is dead, he has no tissues, so that's my excuse for Jason's face looking different each movie. It's a good way of looking at it, Jay. Probably you could do it one more time if you want. It's your choice. That son of a bitch has been timed out for life. Damn, now he's Mark Stevens is timed out again. He's timed out even in heaven. Sound Blaster, nobody would even want to hire Corey Cunningcock as a plumber. He probably is a plumber for his boyfriend. Snakes his drain, if you know what I mean. Yeah, they plan on remaking Toxic Avenger, which is a movie that doesn't need to be remade.
No, and I don't like who they got playing him either.
Sick and tired of this remake, reboot. Asylum, I think Mark has been stopped. Mark Stevens was finally hidden completely by Sebastian. Finally put the bullet in his head, took him out to the field and shot him.
Look at the flowers.
Just look at the flag. Again, there's $1,000 for somebody. By the time he's done with the timeout, we'll all be, the rapture will happen, right, Baz? I heard some good things about that remake. They got Peter Dinklage. Well,
That's a problem.
yeah.
I don't know if I like that. I'm not out yet. That's why you can't watch it.
Yeah, it's pretty cool that these trolls keep coming back and giving me views. I really appreciate it. Do it for me one more time. Joel, woke teen kids say Toxic Avenger reboot needs to get a ban move. Why does it? Okay, why do these idiots think that the reboot of Toxic Avenger needs to be banned for? Now, what the hell are they crying and weeping in their vaginas about now?
I mean, the original definitely has some stuff that they wouldn't like.
Well, that's just too damn bad, you woke ass little pansies.
Well, I agree. I love the original.
So do I. Slammo, Mark Stevens is somebody that's trying to preach the gospel of Corey Cunningham. We will not accept Corey Cunningham as our Lord and Savior. Poor guy, I had to put him out as yeah. You took him out to the field, probably finally shot him. You showed him the flowers. I agree with you, Mike. Trauma for life. They've got some of the best, corniest, cheesiest movies, and I love them.
Yeah, and Lloyd Kaufman. What, that guy is just a hoot.
Where'd you meet him at?
He came here.
Oh, did he?
Yeah, he did a showing of a movie called Shakespeare's Shitstorm.
That's a hell of a title.
Terrible movie, but
oh well, it's supposed to be.
Yeah, there's some parts in it that are really funny.
Peter Dinklage, he didn't want actually dwarf people to have jobs in that woke Snow White. Yeah, I remember that. Good God Almighty. The thumbnail on Dead Meat, Dylan New Nightmare Freddy looks like he's got something shoved. Yeah, he looks like he's taken James A. Janice, who is the YouTuber of Dead Meat. It looks like he's got his finger shoved up Dave McRae's ass. James A. Janice has got some balls for saying that was a wonderful performance by Dave McRae as Freddy. He's got some balls to say that shit.
No, that's one way to put it, I guess.
Yeah, but I know James A. Janice doesn't have balls. His cousin wife Chelsea does. She's got balls, but the original Toxic Avenger would make every woke gen kid cry if they watch. Yeah, I know. I'd like to push that on my channel somehow.
Yeah, that's a fact.
The Corey Cunningcock religion will only have one member. Who's that? Peter Dinklage or Shelley's pants? Again with the Corey Cunningcock talk. Everybody's doing the toxic waltz.
I didn't even know there was a trailer for the Toxic remake.
I didn't either.
I will have to find that later.
Chad, man, yes, man from Jackass called out Peter Dinklage, saying it's hard for a dwarf people to get jobs in Hollywood.
Yeah.
You talking about Wee Man? Was it Wee Man that called him out?
Yeah, a lot of the people that were going to have jobs for Snow White got kind of pissed off at him.
For good reason, too. That was bullshit.
Oh, absolutely.
Maestro, you should get the Venom symbiote. I would love. I mean, I don't need that suit. I don't need the Venom symbiote being, or I don't need that to destroy David Gordon Green, but I would love to have the symbiote on me because Venom's kick ass.
Was.
Okay, I'm talking back in my childhood.
I know they.
That wasn't me. That was my neighbor. He can't be that good if he's only one S-teen for 5 minutes. They removed the crackheads in Snow White and replaced them with CGI. Good God Almighty, that's ridiculous, man. Micah Movies is asking you a question, Professor. And Polly said, "Damn, Maestro. Well, it wasn't me, Polly. It was my neighbor. All right, man. Give me a break."
Yeah, my thoughts on Freddy's Dead. Not one of the better entries in this franchise.
It's horrible. That movie is horrible.
Asylum is verifying what I said earlier about the Spider-Man. Oh no, sorry. He's talking about the movie. I was thinking of the game. Now, yeah, Spider-Man 3, Topher Grace as Venom was just. I can't.
Terrible.
Somebody thought that was a good idea.
Yeah, Topher Grace is not Eddie Brock. I can't
Nope.
stress that enough.
Not even close.
God Almighty. Chad, man, instead of new Daredevil, we got another strong woman lead show called Eck. For the love of shit.
Yeah.
I
Marvel is dead.
Yeah, I knew that, but my Cheez-Its, man. I don't think anyone wants to see the trash anyway. So, and that's what Professor was saying earlier. Like, all these movies are failing, and they don't even give a shit as long as they show us to our face that they've destroyed it. I mean, that's all they want. They want the satisfaction of showing us that they destroyed it. They don't care if they're not making any money off it or not, which is why I'm going to take Asylum's advice. I'm going to acquire the symbiote suit from Eddie Brock, and I'm going to wear it, and I'm going to go destroy Hollywood.
Like a movie's talking about the Power Glove scene in Freddy's Dead.
Oh, and then he looks at the camera and goes, "Oh, now you're playing with power." Oh my God, that movie's so horrible.
Okay, sidebar. If you want to see a movie with a great use of a Nintendo Power Glove, you have to watch Commando Ninja. If you've never heard of that movie, look it up. It's free to watch on YouTube, and it's only about an hour
Great movie.
long, and that movie is awesome.
That is a great movie. Commando Ninja. Baz, I agree. Anything Disney and a woman lead is a bad combo. Yes, yes, sir. Marvel is a shit show, just like the women that also play in it.
Yeah, it's just gone.
Slamo's right. Marvel's too. Yeah, yeah. God Almighty. Someone said something. Spider-Man 3 Venom is fucking horrible. I totally agree, Sound Blaster. Kevin George is thinking about bringing back Tony Stark from the dead now. If they do, I'm out for it. Yeah, I don't watch any more Marvel movies anyways. So, I mean, I've been out for after Endgame, I was done. So I haven't laid eyes on any Marvel movie since.
Oh, Feige's they're having to talk about bringing these characters back, including Cap and Iron Man, because they're losing their asses right now. Yeah. Oh God, why'd you have to remind me of the twerking She-Hulk? God, what a trash show that was.
It is. Marvel has been in shambles since 2019. You are correct, Sound Blaster. Chad, man, I also recommend Kung Fury. Yeah, Kung Fury's fucking hilarious.
Kung Fury is very similar to Commando Ninja, but I think Commando Ninja's way better.
Polly brought up the twerking scene of the She-Hulk. Yes, It's more of a fucking that they're going to be struck dead by God for that one, and I can't wait.
Oh, Joel, please tell me you're joking, or at least tell me that they were joking when they said that, because I
They
can't.
had to been they had to been joking.
They had to be, and I can't believe even they are that stupid.
There's no way. I mean, yeah, they're Hollywood dick suckers and they want to remain in the club so they can keep making money and get all their special little perks, but there's no way they're serious if they said that. Just and if they are, I'm going to their comments on their latest video and I'm going to fucking tell them yeah, they're getting an earful from me because that's even far beyond absurdity that I can't even I don't even have a word for that, Professor. I don't even have a word for that. I can't even come up with a good cuss word for that. I can't come up with a good descriptive adjective for that. I just
Now, somebody's apparently been lying to Sebastian. He said he's hearing the Loki series is super amazing. No,
whoa.
no,
Oh, no.
it is not. They totally cuck Loki. The character is turned into a joke.
Mike in movies, that Velma show is really bad. No, that Velma show is a fucking dumpster fire and a puddle of shit. To say it's really bad is a compliment for that show. Now we're getting into rant territory.
Don't need that.
Oh, nobody wants to hear the Maestro Megatron rant, huh? I'm out of control. The only superhero I keep up with is Spider-Man. That's the only one half-ass decent to really keep up with. I'm a real big Marvel fan. I'm ignoring everything except Spider-Man. Right. Mike in movies. I'm serious. We watch the idiots has to be joking about that. There's no way.
Polly wants to see the Beyonder. Never happened.
If that would have come out 20 years ago, I'm on board.
Yeah, that's how you have to introduce, in my opinion. That's how you have to introduce Venom.
But they didn't do that, did they? No, they did not. Fun fact about Friday the 13th, the game, the only person who can actually kill Jason is grown up Tommy Jarvis, who Tom Matthews also plays in the game. Yes, sir, he does.
Nope.
And once again, NHA2, Tom Matthews' performance in that is so freaking awesome, man. I love that fucking fan film.
I do too.
I know, because the professor is hard to impress, especially when it comes to the horror movies. And if he's impressed, it's got to be good. Yeah, Baz, if the Beyonder storyline and the Beyonder character would have came out 20 years ago without all this woke ass bullshit and this feminist agenda and everything politicized, it would have been great. But if it comes out today, they'll probably make Beyonder a woman. So and he's not. So I mean, they'll find a way to butcher it. Just I don't know. Deadpool 3, when it finally comes out, I'm pretty stoked for it too.
Yeah, I hope it doesn't get Disneyfied.
Sound Blaster, I'll take your word for it. I never laid eyes on Velma. I'm sorry that you did because I'm not going to support that bullshit. But
No, condolences.
yeah, that's an evil freaking bitch that made that show. So an evil, wretched, ugly, nasty humanoid. I saw Black Widow movie in theaters with friends, and that's when I noticed a decline. Yes, I didn't even go see that. Did you, Professor?
Nope, have never seen it. Won't see it. I don't think I've seen anything since Endgame, to be honestly.
That's where I stopped. I stopped at Endgame.
And Endgame was not good in my opinion.
Pushing it. Yeah, Endgame's not that good. I used to kind of enjoy that we watched the movie channel. I'm sorry, Mike and Movies. Way back then when they made fun of terrible mass-produced Michael Myers. Yeah, that's when they were actually kind of funny about 6-7 years ago. But then they turned all kiss-ass Hollywood, and but when their movie opinions came into picture, I just you're exactly right, Mike and Movies. Slammo Snow White will suck. Why would they remove the prince and replace him for a thing? Because that's their political little woke agenda, Slammo.
Well, as Rachel Zegler herself said,
Oh,
she doesn't
God.
need no man.
Yeah. Well, she's obviously going to need a man now to bring home the beans and the bacon because her movie is delayed now.
Indefinitely.
Yeah. Asylum. I wish you would have went into the Velma show and strangled her yourself. That would have been awesome. Okay, so Sound Blaster confirms it. We watched the movie as has to not be real for thinking Snow White. I really think they were joking. There is even those two dumbass dunderheads wouldn't say anything as absurd and asinine as that. I would hope. If they did say that, I'm gonna go back and watch that video. If I hear that come out of their mouth, I'm getting in their comment box and I'm gonna tell them what kind of fucking piece of shit idiot losers they really are. I'm gonna give it to them, man. We're still just deleted because they've deleted my past comments. We watched the movie. Big fan of Hollywood. Yep. Mindy Fat Ass Kaling is her name, actually. And she wears Shelly's pants from Friday the 13th, Part 3.
She fit into them.
She would, with no problem at all. And as Tommy Jarvis, you get to kill Jason the same way he died in Part 4, but Tommy hits Jason 3 times with an extra machete. I don't remember that part, but that sounds. I'm gonna have to go back and play the game. Like maybe. Well, I don't think They took it offline, did they not? I had to fast forward WandaVision episodes. It was so bad, had nothing to do with the multiverse. No.
I don't even know why you would even do that.
Yeah, that's totally out of your character, Chad. Man, I never even thought about laying eyes on that fucking abortion of a TV show. I haven't seen anything since Guardians of the Galaxy 3. I hadn't even watched that yet. My friends are the only people who made me go. And Baz said it best about Guardians 3. It's overrated, in my opinion. That's what I was thinking. It's probably overrated.
I might watch it at some point, but I'm not going to be buying it or spending any money on it. And yes, Sebastian, that's exactly who Mindy Kaling is.
She's Mary White Sue. That ain't no Snow White. They did the Mandalorian dirty the Mandarin dirty. Oh yeah. You they didn't do that character right in Iron Man 3. Hell no, they didn't.
Iron Man's best villains, and they completely screwed it up.
Pretty much. I remember that. Yeah, James from Dead Meat calling Dave a professional. Dave's a professional dick sucking idiot. Is Dave McRae? You can quote me on that. Mindy Fat Ass Kaling was the Indian lady from The Office, right? Yes, that's her. Infinite Loop. I've always wanted to see Doctor Doom, and they might bring in Doctor Doom, but it's not going to be done right now.
No, it won't be.
Well, of course, Mindy Kaling said that. She's trying to sell that stupid ass shit that's not selling. Disney made Peter Pan a British kid. Oh, hell. Way too late, Sound Blaster, for that to be an April Fool's joke from We Watch the Idiots. Apparently, Peter is a British Hispanic kid now. Sure, he is. Of
No,
course, he is.
he's British Indian.
That's funny.
But where they call him Patel Pan was, I think, what they called him. I do.
Screams in the background, Professor. I do. I still think Michael is still in the town somewhere, even though Halloween's over. One of the most scariest things is when you take Jason's mom head in the game before Jason automatically will know, which gives whoever's playing Jason a chance to teleport to you. I do remember that part vaguely. Guardians 3's fine, but pretty overrated. Slamo, I hate Mindy because Mindy hates men. So if she's going to hate me, then I'm going to hate her. Plus, she's a terrible waste of skin human being. And that's just my opinion, guys. Slamo, you can keep liking Mindy, but Baz, I don't know. She played Velma. That's made me lose respect. Yes, you take Pamela's sweater. I mean, is it Pamela's sweater or the head? Joel, I hear some rumor that Disney has been cast Michael B. Jordan to play lead action role Hercules. Of course they did. Of course they did. Polly's confirmed that he's Indian. Okay. And Asylum, of course, Mindy Kaling and JLC are friends. Of course they are. There's sirens going on. Yeah, I heard screaming, and now I'm hearing sirens in the background here in the town again. And Halloween's over. So what the holy hell's going on around here, guys? Yep, I know you guys can hear that. He's waiting in the sewer with Bloodless, chewing on power lines and internet lines and wearing Shelly's pants from part 3. Slamo, I really don't have an opinion on her, but I liked her in the office. Yeah, she was funny in the office. You guys all hear the sirens now. Slamo Samo has concerned emojis going. Someone caught Bloodless sucking wire. Yeah, I'd definitely call the police on that one. Now you got me looking behind me here. I don't want some bitch Bloodless trying to come up and suck on my internet wires. Got to take me out to dinner before you suck on my internet wires, if you know what I mean. Maybe guy got gunshot. Polly, you tell it. You and Bloodless are best friends. You tell me who let Bloodless loose. You and Bloodless are blood brothers, man. I'm telling you. That wasn't me. That was my neighbor. Yes, Mr. Sound Blaster. Of course, Disney's going to pull that shit. Yeah, Professor left. He's checking his internet wires as we speak because I think I know those sirens are out for a reason. This just in. Bloodless has been spotted here in our town wearing Shelly's pants from Friday the 13th Part 3, and he's running away with everybody's internet wires. All kinds of sirens out here, bro. And there's a getaway car. Did you hear that? There's a getaway car. The only thing they wear is Shelly's pants, yes. Don't damn maestro me, Polly. It wasn't me. It was my damn neighbor, all right? Am I the only one that doesn't like Emma Stone, Gwen Stacy? No, I'm with you on that one. For sure, Asylum. Did y'all watch Spider-Verse? I haven't seen this. Nope, never watched it. I see why my PS5 cord's got chew marks on it. That damn Bloodless wearing Shelly's pants from part 3, and he's chewing on everybody's PS5s, Xbox wires, internet wires, cable wires, battery wires, and vehicles. He wants Polly's wires, if you know what I mean. I forgot to mention I heard news that Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield are returning for Secret Wars. They had to milk it. I might check that out because the Secret Wars storyline back in the day in the comic books when I was growing up, that was one of my favorite storylines. Yeah, my town does sound like GTA 5. I don't know what the holy hell's going on around this son bitch. I'm on Gaza Street. You may be right. Gaza knows not to fuck with me. Asylum likes the Gwen Stacy from Spider-Man 3. Yeah, I'm Mr. Soundblaster. I'm telling you, he sits there and opens up his window and belches, and he like, you know how some puppeteers can carry their voices. Well, this some bitch next door to me carries his burps, so it sounds like I'm the one that's belching, but it's not. It's my neighbor. No shit, Chad man. Giga Chadman heard that Sam Raimi might direct the Secret Wars storyline and it's going to soft reboot the MCU, Professor. He said, never going to happen. I never watched that one, Asylum. I just can't bring myself to watch the other Spider-Man movies after Tobey Maguire, but that's just my opinion. So,
Which one did you? Oh, No Way Home.
yeah, did you see that?
That's the one with with all three Spider-Man. That one was
Spider-Man.
decent. Well, Toby, Andrew, and
Oh, I know. But his mailing address, his mailing name is Spider-Man.
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 Yeah, that one was okay, but I mean, look, uh, Willem Dafoe and Doc Ock stole the show.
I actually heard the Tobey Maguire interaction with Doc Ock. I heard it's pretty emotional too.
It is.
Yeah. And of course, they brought back the fantastic and great Alfred Molina for that part. Thank God.
Yeah, yeah, very highly underrated actor.
Yes, he is. Jamie Foxx's Electro. You know what? I never even watched that one, so I can't even really tell you.
That movie's awful. I regretted what that is a movie that I actually, after I watched it, I was like, man, I wish I could unsee all of that.
Oh, I love Tobey Maguire. I stopped at I watched all of Tobey Maguire's, and then after that, I stopped. Is what I meant. Uh, dude, is that more sirens?
It is.
And I hear more yelling and screaming. Dude, Michael Myers is here in this town. He's here to kill the professor and anybody that gets in his way. On that note, Professor, you might want to flee, change your name, or go to the next county because he's probably going to kill you.
Okay.
Maestro, drink a bottle of hot sauce on stream. Professor, drink a bottle. Man, I wish I could drink a bottle of hot sauce. I used to love hot sauce, but I can't eat it no more. That's one of the reasons I went to the hospital because I used to drink hot sauce like water. I don't care about Kang anymore. The whole Jonathan Majors thing is stupid. Just let him play.
I never cared about Kang, so
No Way Home just showed how great Sam Raimi trilogy really. Yes, I will give you that, Chadman. No Way Home was so amazing. Slammo Sammo.
oh, that's her youth showing.
I know that. That's why I'm not saying anything.
No, wait. I mean,
Not whole. Not holding it against her. It's just her youth. I know. You got to remember on my channel, I've got people of all ages, so you got to kind of pick and choose your opinions and battles on the live stream sometimes. Don't open your mouth like that. Michael Myers might shove the very large kitchen knife down your throat. Yeah, the hype for No Way Home was absolutely insane. Sam Blaster, the scene from Halloween 2 when he bites the nurse's head off. Yeah, that was one of my favorite kills in Halloween 2 as well, when he bit off Nurse Karen's head. I'll play along, Asylum. It's cool. Mr. Sound Blaster just said one of the smartest comments I've seen in a few minutes. Tobey Maguire is the only good Spider-Man. Thank you, sir. Yes.
Agreed.
Marvel changed Silver Surfer to be a good God almighty. Joel, you've got to quit with this bad freaking news, man.
Put a chick in it and make it gay.
One of the most powerful beings from outer space, Silver Surfer, who has been a male for over 4.5 decades, maybe 5, is going to be a female. I'm fucking done. I'm done. Unfucking believable. And I don't usually cuss that much anymore, but this has got me fucking cussing. That is fucking terrible.
Oh God, Infinite Loop says he hates the MODOK portrayal. Yeah, that was absolutely horrific. Again, something that was actually a terrifying villain, and they turn into a freaking joke. And Sebastian, they're not going to do Fantastic Four justice. I don't know why you would even think that was a possibility.
Polly said that's bloodless chewing on police tasers and dog tags. My least favorite Spider-Man suit. I really have to think about that one. Yeah, it took Tom Holland 3 movies to become Spider-Man without Uncle Ben. Right. Baz Maestro, you made all the pink-haired Twitter users jump to death when you with your rant. They had enough. Yeah, you damn right they had enough. Some bitch and pink-haired sons of bitches. What the hell is Bull McGuire? Professor, do you know what Asylum's talking about?
No clue.
Jay, one of the most frustrating things about Friday the 13th, the game, is the fact that they have Uber Jason in the game, but you can't play. Yeah, you have to. It was almost. I couldn't. Some parts of that game was pretty annoying sometimes. Baz, they more than likely will not do Fantastic Four justice. In fact, years back when they redid the Fantastic Four, they didn't do that justice. That was the biggest miscast. Anyway, you know what I'm talking about, Professor. I'm talking about the one with Jessica, or not, what's her name? Jessica Alba and
the Fantastic Four.
that didn't even do justice back then. Does Uncle Ben even?
The first one was okay.
Does Uncle Ben even exist in the MCU? I don't think so.
He maybe he might have been mentioned at one point, but he definitely has never been cast or
mentioned. What a bag over the head kick in the balls to us fans on that one.
Does Mary Jane exist in the MCU?
From what I heard, no.
She doesn't.
Toby fitting to throw some dust at Thanos' face. If they get their shit together, they could make something good, but chances are low. Very low, Baz. It costs $16 to buy another outfit for Leatherface on the gig. Damn. I still haven't played that or checked it out. Have you, Prof?
No, I haven't had time. I'm still getting through some old games.
Take over for a second. I'm going to go investigate a strange sound around the house. I'll be right back.
Wait, because I have a hard time reading the comments. All right, now that he's gone. Let's talk about some serious stuff. Yeah, that's why I don't do a lot of the online games these new games where you've got to buy all this stuff for them. I don't want that. I'm not spending that kind of money just to frickin' play a game. That's so stupid. So, what's everybody's thoughts on everything going digital? That they're getting rid of physical media, games, movies. Oh, Sebastian, I'm sure there's a ton of games that you haven't played that you could find to dig into. That's what I'm doing. You saw me in the mob from Halloween Kills? Yeah, no. I wouldn't react the way those idiots did.
Why
Oh,
do you
hey,
think they
Sebastian.
call it dope?
Sebastian, if you want a good game, if you've not played it, try Callisto Protocol. Don't listen to the reviews on that. That game's awesome. Great visuals, great story, um, some really graphic and cool kill scenes. You're back.
I'm back, and I just read some more obscene news from Joel. Some rumor Fantastic Four reboot. Sue will be the leader, not Mr. Fantastic. Of course she will. Of course she will. Because women have all the power. Us men suck. They don't even need us, man. They don't need us to shovel the snow anymore. They don't need us to pave the roads, pour concrete, build houses, build buildings. They don't need any of that shit. They can do it now. They can do it all. They can work on cars. They can manufacture cars. They can pump their own gas now. Yeah, of course Sue Storm is going to be the leader, not Mr. Fantastic. Of course she is. Of
Yeah.
course she is.
She'll belittle him and he'll just defer to her and keep
God
everything
almighty.
on.
I can't believe I got to get angry about this shit.
I can't anymore. It's kind of
I can't either.
Sebastian. It is kind of like Dead Space. Only personally, I preferred it over Dead Space, and I played the Dead Space remake, and it was pretty good. Um, I'm actually currently playing Dead Space 2. Yeah, I know I'm way behind, but I think Callisto is actually a better game than Dead Space. It's uh, again visually, it is just stunning, and again a great story. A lot of melee combat. It gets bashed for that, but I didn't mind it. And once you reach the stages where you get your weapons, it's pretty awesome. So I highly recommend it. Check it out and let me know what you think.
Mr. Soundblaster said, I don't like the idea of getting rid of physical media streaming. Yeah, that one has just made things so much easier for watching movies. I don't mind streaming, but you got to deal with movies or shows getting removed. Yes.
Or
Whereas you have a physical copy, you have it forever.
Yep.
I don't know how to feel about physical media leaving, but from what I've been seeing, professor companies can pull the plug and you'll not be able to get it again. Exactly. And I think that's what they want.
It is. That, and they're going to use look if, for them. It's obviously a big money maker. If they can charge you the same amount for a digital copy of a video game, and where they don't have to produce any physical product at all, they're going to do it.
That's exactly right. That wasn't me. That was my neighbor.
A ghost just pushed Polly off his gaming chair.
Polly, you might want to start burning some sage or some cedar. I think you got a poltergeist going on and a haunting, so you might want to, or call Bill Murray, call the Ghostbusters, get Dan Aykroyd, Ernie Hudson. Can't call Harold Ramis anymore because he's a ghost now. I wonder if he busts himself now. That's a good question. Yeah, Friday the 13th, the game will always have a special place in my heart as well. Asylum, I'll probably never play it again. Feel like modem multiplayer horror games are just copying the Dead by Daylight model, pretty much. Yeah, I agree about the TCM thing, but that game actually looks pretty cool. I really want to check it out.
I do too.
Bill Murray's too busy playing golf after being canceled. Well, I don't think he cares he got canceled or not because he has enough money to just play golf for the rest of his life, anyways. Yes, Sound Blaster. My damn neighbor carrying his belches over to me. Some bitch. Well, guys, we've been on here for over almost 2.5 hours. So I'm gonna.
Grief.
I know. I mean, we have such good chats on the live stream. We don't even realize how long we've been on them. But
It really
I'm
does.
gonna close. It does. It goes fast. You don't even realize how fast it goes. But we talked about Friday 13 Part 3 tonight. Tomorrow night will be final chapter, which is when the real fun begins, because that movie is real fun to talk about. So Sylvester Stallone has to pay child support at 83. Well, at least his testosterone's going strong still. Yeah, what the hell is that? Do you hear that, Professor?
Yeah, I don't know what that was.
I don't either. Yep, I remember Barney, Jason. That is funny you brought that up, Jay. I'm glad I could make it. YouTube needs to fix their damn notification unless they're the notifications haven't been acting right lately. They've been acting real sketchy lately. I don't know what the hell's going on. YouTube's probably trying to kick all us small YouTubers off anyways, because we don't suck on Hollywood's cock like we watch the movie does.
Yeah.
But yeah, we talked about Shelly's pants and Friday the 13th Part 3. It really didn't stand a test of time for me. I actually dropped it down to 7 out of 10, but I still watch it. I still include it in my rotation of my marathon. And tomorrow night we'll go ahead.
I was gonna say I'm gonna give them all a rewatch at some point.
Oh well, hell yeah. Maestro fan walk up to you and they do cheer like that for the Maestro Megatron. It's a bunch of cheering. I can hear it. Yeah. Thank you, everybody, and fuck you. Sorry, Dennis Leary.
Been a minute.
But yeah, join me again tomorrow night. We'll do final chapter. We'll talk about it. Thanks for the trophy, Chad, man. YouTube can have an issue with banning I've heard they've been banning a lot of channels lately. I'm surprised mine hadn't been banned yet, the way I talk against their stupid little political bullshit. Polly, you have a good one, buddy. Hope the ghost doesn't push you off the game chair again. Senor Sebastian Way, you have a good night. Slamo Samo, Chad Man, Infinite Loop, Mike and Movies, Mr. Sound Blaster, Asylum, you guys have a good night. You definitely watch for the trolls on tomorrow night's live stream when we talk about Friday the 13th, the final chapter, which come out in 1984. Joel, you have a good night as well, buddy. Yeah, YouTube's too busy defending their YouTube queens. And I know exactly who you're talking about, too.
Oh, they have their shows on, that's for sure.
Yeah, and they are queens. Have a good night, Mr. Sound Blaster. Thanks, everybody, for coming to the live stream. Have a good night.
Thanks for joining.
Enjoy the rest of your weekend. Sweet dreams and happy nightmares.
We'll catch you later.